got time, drinking wine, feeling fine, waiting here to find.
Welcome back to my channel. Y'all already know what time it is. Hello to the Juju Beans and the Juju Beans only. If you are not a Juju Bean, you already know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. And y'all know what we gonna do. We gonna cheers to you joining the Juju Beans squad. Y'all, that was strong. So, this story takes place in high school. Just for reference, y'all already know, I went to a very small high school. And not only was my high school very small, it was very urban. That's the word we're going to use. We're going to use the word urban. So, because our school was so small, everybody knew everybody. There wasn't kids that were popular. Like, you know how on TV or television shows, it'd be like real big schools and only a handful of kids are known by everyone. Well, that's not how our school was. Our school was so small, everybody knew everybody. Whether you was smart, whether you was dumb, whether you played a sport, you didn't, you was a nerd, you was a lame, you was popular. Like, everybody knew everybody. So, with that being said, I was in a girl group with four other girls, and we're going to name them Sam, Yasmin, Trinidad, and Skips. That's what we're going to name the girl group, okay? So, one day, I am in, I think, world studies or social studies, something like that. My phone was either dead or took. Y'all already know my mom was strict, so my phone was always gone in high school. I don't know which one it was during this time. I'm pretty sure my phone was just dead, but who knows? Anywho, so I asked Sam, can I see her phone? Because I'm just trying to pass time, y'all. Like, I'm so bored. And because my school was urban, y'all, the teachers was just there for their check. They weren't trying to do too much, and they let us do whatever we wanted, basically. So I'm trying to pass time from one class to the next, and Sam happens to be in my class. I'm like, can I use your phone? She's like, yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm just going through her phone, looking at what she got in her phone, stuff like that, nothing serious. Now, for a little background, Sam was gay, so she did have a girlfriend at this time. Y'all know the phase. Y'all know that phase that everybody was going through. Okay, it was one of them. So I'm just looking through her phone, and I am looking at all her messages, all her pictures. I'm all up in her business because why? I've always been nosy. Two, I have nothing better to do. I really did not. So it wasn't nothing serious. I'm looking at the messages between her and her girlfriend. I'm like, oh my God, this is so cute. Like, I don't know what to do. I wish I had my own somebody. Like, I don't know. But it was cute. So I'm just scrolling through their messages or whatever, because during this time period, it was very popular for teenagers to write long paragraphs and long messages to each other, whether that was on Facebook, whether that was on Instagram, whether that was via text message, messenger, whatever. Back in like 2015, 2016, if you weren't typing a long paragraph to somebody, what were you doing? And it was like, oh my God, y'all, we used to be so cringe because it was literally every other morning. Oh my gosh, babe, you mean the world to me, and I just love your smile, Dirk and Dage, heart, heart, heart. Like, y'all, we was just too much. So with that being said, I'm looking at her phone and in her messages, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff like that. I'm seeing a lot of heart eyes. I'm seeing a lot of emojis. I'm seeing a lot of paragraphs. So now, as I keep scrolling up, I start seeing messages about the girl group. I think nothing of it. Just because you have a spouse is significant. Because you have a spouse or a significant other, I would expect you to talk about your friends with that person. Like, that's totally normal. So I keep scrolling up, y'all, and some of these messages is getting a little hostile towards the group. So I'm looking at the messages, and the messages are saying something like, oh, Yasmin, get on my nerves. I don't really like Skips. There was another girl who really tried to cling to our friend group, but she wasn't really in our friend group, and her name was Crow. She was like, I really want to fight Crow. Like, they messy. Da, 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 da. Like, she is going in on us, y'all. Like, she is going in on us. Not me. Not too much. Not too much on me. But a lot of people she was talking, like, trash about. And I immediately had alarms and bells going off in my head. I don't know why, but I said, you know what, Jules, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a picture or a screenshot. We're gonna take a screenshot of these messages, and we're gonna send them out. We're gonna send them out to everybody that she's talking about, because everybody she's talking about, she is pretending to be their friend. And that's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna be sitting around people acting like we like them and we don't.
Stop it. Get some help.
Was it my place to do that? Absolutely not. Was it messy? Yes, but that's why y'all here, because y'all love me and y'all love the drama, and I love the drama back then. So with that being said, I screenshotted the messages from her phone and I sent them to Yasmin, I sent them to Crow, I sent them to a few other girls that she was friends with that wasn't in our friend group. I sent them to Skips. I'm sending messages and exposing everybody like Regina George. I'm sending everybody all the tea that she said about them, because it's like, how you gonna be friends with somebody, then you gonna be talking about them, and especially saying words like fight.
BFFR.
It's mental illness. You don't think that's mental illness? I think that's mental illness. So it's just like, what you sneak dissing for? Because I've always been one of those people, and I have other story times. Comment if you want to hear about them, where girls will know that I'm talking about them and they know that I don't like them, and they be like, why you sneak dissing? And I'd be like, girl, you know I don't like you. You know, girl, don't do that. You know I don't like you, and you know I'm gonna drag you through the mud every chance I get. So with that being said, it wasn't that type of situation. She was definitely pretending to be friends with these girls, definitely smiling in everybody's face. And it triggered me because these girls are also my mutual friends. I'm also friends with these girls. So after I screenshot all the messages to everybody and send them to the group chat and then individuals by themselves, I delete all of that off of her phone. Like, she can't see that I sent the messages to everybody, da-da-da. So I hit her back her phone with an attitude, and I'm like, here, I know what I know. And I'm just like, I'm not saying nothing, whatever. Now, eventually, class is over with. She's not peeping nothing. I guess since everybody's in school, they're really not responding. They're really not seeing everything. They don't think it's urgent because they're in class too. Right? So everybody eventually gets let out of class. We go home because it was the end of the day. Y'all, when I get home, child, my phone started blowing up. It was on, y'all. It was on. I did not even know it would be that big of a thing. But women were literally, or girls were literally like, yeah, she's fake, da-da-da. Like, the whole school was basically turning against this girl. So when we were at home, right, everybody's hopping on the phone with me. I'm hopping on the phone. I'm doing 2 ways, 3 ways, 4 ways, 5 ways, 6 ways. Like, it is going down. It is like, this is like one of the biggest scandals, y'all. Because at the end of the day, how you gonna be friends with somebody and not like them and still be friends with them? Anyway, everybody's talking about how they're gonna confront her the next day, how she getting beat up, how she about to get dragged through the mud. So boom, y'all, the next day happened, right? It's early in the morning. Everybody like meet up at the lockers. Everybody's talking about it like, wow, I can't believe she did that. Girls is having smoke with her. They want to fight her, da-da-da. Now, I swear to y'all, it plays out like a movie. So it's early in the morning, 9 o'clock. Everybody done already talked about it. She done already got exposed. So they're talking to me, and I hear that another girl confronted Sam and was like, yeah, why you being a weird biatch and you talking about me, blah, blah, blah. Jules said that Jules took a screenshot from your phone. And I'm like, yeah,
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
y'all was not supposed to run me over with the bus. Y'all was supposed to know what y'all know and keep it pushing. How y'all gonna throw me under the bus after I gave y'all this information? I'm supposed to be messy on a low because it's senior year, y'all. I do not want to fight. I don't want to get in trouble, none of that. Because we're about to go to college and like really important stuff is happening around this time. Now, I'm just looking like, what they said me for? So, with that being said, I'm here and she done got confronted. Everybody talking about it. Like another girl, let's call her Tony. Tony done confronted her. She ran up on her and was cussing her out. And I guess Sam was just like stuck and she didn't do anything. So then I get word that another girl confront her and wants to fight her and push down on her. Like she disrespect her, pull her car, check her temperature, all that, y'all. So I guess since everybody was pulling her car, she like was building up animosity towards me. And I really like just exposed you for who you are. So I really don't understand why you're mad at me. But for maybe 1 to 2 bells, one or two bills, I'm just hearing people done confronted her, people done confronted her, people done confronted her. I ain't seen the girl, whatever. I'm just like, you know what? We cutting ties. It's over with. Like, it's over. I don't even have to say nothing to you. I don't need to confront you about what you said about me because it wasn't too much. Like, I mean, it's really not too much you can say. And I don't know, was it? Maybe it was. I don't know. I feel like more than her talking about me, like, that really didn't get to me. It was more her, like, just being extremely fake. I cannot take it.
And although my mind tells me that she's a messy, tacky bitch, my heart tells me she really doesn't mean any harm.
I do not like that type of behavior. I think it's very messy. I know that's the pot calling the kettle black, but that is, like, you don't talk about your friends, talk about you feel like fighting them, blah, 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 and no, girl, bye. Anyways, so word gets around, I guess, to her that, like, it was me. But I get thrown under the bus, so she comes in to my class, right? I think she comes into my class, or we might even have the same class. No, I think we were in the same class. I think we had the same class because this might have been the class that I was using her phone in. So with that being said, she comes into the room, the classroom I'm in, and she starts like going off, y'all. Like, mind you, this person has like not fought anybody or like really had a serious beef with somebody. So I already know, like, your name really not good in the hood like that. I'm not intimidated. I'm not scared, none of that. But she's like standing up and she's like pointing and she's doing all this and I'm sitting down and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna let you get your wreck off. I'm gonna let you get it off because I already know you don't get down like that. I already know you don't get down like that. So I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say, but don't get too close to me. Do not get too close to me.
Bring it on down.
So she's doing all of this or whatever, trying to make a scene, like pointing and yelling, da-da-da. So as she's doing all of this, I'm like laughing. Like, I'm laughing at her. I'm pulling out my phone. I'm recording her.
First of all, I don't understand why you screaming and hollering. That's why Bitch, you look a mess.
And she's like, get that mother phone out my face. And I said, or what? Or what? So she starts yelling, da-da-da, and she's getting closer and closer and closer. Now, I done let you get your wreck off because I know you don't get down like that, and I know you yelling, and I know you ain't gonna bust the move. But you keep getting closer, and I'm gonna bust the move.
Now you're just being, like, disrespectful. Like, you're this close to my face. You're spitting at me.
Y'all, she's still going and going. And maybe 120 seconds go by. And I said, you know what? Like, I got up, y'all. I don't know why. It was just like, okay, you say a little too much for me, and I'm not gonna give you no warning. If I feel like you getting too close to my personal space, or you're doing something that's really offending me, I'm just gonna hit you. Like, I'm not gonna do no talking. We're not gonna do that. So, anyways, I go, bap, y'all. We start scrapping. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. And this teacher was so nice, y'all. I felt so bad because the teacher at the time was so nice, and she really did not know what to do. So we fighting, and her friend, which is my mutual friend because she's in her friend group, Trinidad, she comes over and she's like, oh my gosh. So then my friend Yasmin, she doesn't know what's going on. So I don't get jumped around like that. But like, it was a big thing because we were in the same friend group. And had Yasmin been in a classroom at the same time, it definitely would have been a 2-on-2 and would have been like a big brawl. So we like going at it. And when I tell y'all, I rocked her, like I knocked the glasses off her face. Like, it was just one of those boom, but we going at it. And I feel like I started getting over. So I start getting over, Trinidad hopping in, and she's like, I feel like we're both like getting rocked by Trinidad because one thing about it, y'all, I'm not about to beef with nobody that's like 5'2" and 105 pounds. I'm gonna just let y'all know that the people I'm talking about in most of my stories, they're not little people. So all of this is happening, and like me and Sam is getting like rocked by Trinidad. I don't know how to explain it. Not in the sense of like a rock as in punch, but like she's moving us in a specific direction. I don't know. It was just so much going on. So I end up on top of her, yank. Like, we're not gonna speak too much on it, but we end up getting separated. And Yasmin like runs over to me, and she's like, oh my gosh, they called me, they said Jules was fighting, you know, I had to pull up, da da da. So y'all, we was too much for this time period. But it was inevitable, and it was a build up because she had smoke with me because she felt like I'm the reason she has smoke with all these other people, when I feel like at the end of the day you shouldn't be in people's face that you feel like are not your genuine friends. I mean, you say you want to fight somebody, those are big words, right? And at the time, really, y'all, I had only gotten into one fight at the school, like when I first came, because at the end of the day, I never let nobody play with me or try me anymore. At first, I was scared to fight, not because like of the actual fight, because I was so scared of getting in trouble, y'all. Like I wasn't a terrible kid, so I was still very afraid of my parents. Like I was very afraid of my parents. So with that being said, we got into it. I got suspended. She got suspended. That is the story of how I exposed her to the whole school and to the rest of our friend group. Just let me know what type of stories y'all want for next time. If y'all want a high school series or not. If y'all want me to do my makeup while I tell the stories or not. Just comment what y'all want from me, because I'm about to start getting into more makeup and fashionista content on here along with my story time. So just let me know what y'all like. Anyways, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe down below. And good night to the Juju Beans and the Juju Beans only.
Every day I spend my time drinking